Now it's time for your melanin moment.
What's going on, everybody? Today is Monday and it is time for a melanin moment. I'm running an errand real quick and I decided to bring you guys this melanin moment I was thinking about while I was at work, but this is a little side note before I jump into this melanin moment. I remember telling you guys that God gave my sister a word for me, and I was very grateful that God gave the word to her. So a lot of times when people get words from God, they sitting around waiting on it to happen. And for a minute I was. And then I started strategically planning out, well, God's timing ain't my timing. So just in case me and God ain't on the same time, here's what I need to do. But what I should have been doing was saying, God, I know you're going to bless me. I know you're going to do something for me. But while I'm waiting on it, give me what I need to do with what I have. Today I got an unexpected phone call that blew me away. Because when the lady said what she said, I said, God, this ain't nobody but you. And you knew who to give that word to. And the crazy part about it is the word is connected to my sister. And so I thank God for being an on-time God, because he don't show up when you think he gonna show up, because he is showing up on the time that he needs to show up, and that's the right time. So I thank God for blessing me on today. I thank God for blessing my sister on today. And I just want to encourage somebody that your word that God gave you is not void. He is not a man that he should lie, and it is going to come to pass. But let me give y'all this melanin moment real fast, because I was thinking about this at work. We got to be careful what we asking God for. Okay? We got to be careful about what we aspire to do outside of the will of God, because we have to understand there are consequences and repercussions for everything, both good and bad. Everybody knows my story. I grew up in a church home. Okay, my grandmother was an evangelist. My grandfather just did not play. So all of the stuff that I saw my friends do, I was not able to do. Going to parties, having boyfriends, hanging out, spending the night over people's house, we didn't do none of that. When I got older, I felt like I was robbed a little bit, because it was like everything was church. So I decided, hey, I'm going to get and enjoy some of this life that I feel like I missed out on. So I smoked, I drank, I clubbed, I partied, I hung around men. And then at 22 years old, I became a mother. Now that's not a bad thing, because everything is in God's timing. But at the same time, even to this day, I think 22 years old is too young to be a mama. You ain't even lived yet. You still a baby yourself. But God had to do something to slow me down before I crashed and self-destruct. I said all that to say you got to be careful about what you're aspiring for. That's why when I said in my other melanin moment, I hate when people label celebrity lives goals. I hate that, because you got to be careful what you are looking at as what you want your life to be like. And I thank God that he is a God that does not give us more than we can bear. And that's good and bad. Because a lot of us ask for materialistic things knowing we ain't ready for them. Why would you expect God to bless you with a big house and you don't take care of the 2-bedroom you got? Why would you expect God to give you a brand new car when you running the one that you got into the ground? Why would you expect God to bless you in abundance with financial blessings and overflow, and you don't even pay your tithes? And the last bit of money that you do have, you don't do it on anything. You don't spend it on anything that you need to spend it on. You spend it on stuff that don't even matter in your life. And so we got to be really careful what we ask God for. He is not going to give us more than we can bear. He know you ain't ready for that house. He know you ain't ready for that car. He know you're not ready for that money. So what we should be asking God is to create in us a clean heart, renew in us a right spirit, so that when we get what we're asking him for, we'll be ready to maintain it. That's what we should be asking God for. So be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you aspire to be and to do, because you got to be ready for that stuff. I look at Jags all the time. That is my car. I love a Jaguar. And I'm the cheapest person ever. Okay? Cheap. I love a Jaguar. But I do not want that car payment. I do not want that tire rotation. I do not want that oil change. I do not want that maintenance. I do not want to put premium on my car. Unleaded, it works fine for me. I don't want it. So I'm going to look at it from a distance. Now, if God decides somewhere along this life and this journey that he's given me that he wants to bless me with a Jaguar, then I know that God is going to bless me to maintain it. But right now, I ain't ready for it. And even if I did have it, I still don't want it because I don't want everything that come with it. So let's be careful what we aspire for. Let's be careful what we ask God for. Because, honey, if you ask God for something and you ain't ready for it, you got to be ready for the consequences, what comes after. If you're asking God for a big house and you can't maintain it, eviction or foreclosure might be right up your alley. So let's be careful about those things. That's the Melanin Moment of the day. You guys enjoy the rest of your money. Do what's necessary to keep yourself safe out here in these streets. I'll see y'all soon for another Melanin Moment.